Check, check, check.
From Gracie to the mat, you can hear us everywhere. Tune into Raider Radio on 91.1 WRMU.
Welcome inside the McPherson Academic and Athletic Complex. Billy Beebe here with you on 91.1 WRMU as the Purple Raiders try to finish out the regular season at home the right way, taking on the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets, a rivalry that has gone on for the past 4 years as something very competitive for a lot of these seniors, but some players have exited for the Yellow Jackets, and tonight we see the #1 team in the OAC in the Purple Raiders taking on Baldwin Wallace, who currently actually sits at 3 in the OAC, but a record of 13-10. They have played well at 9-7 in the OAC, better than every other team besides the Raiders and Marietta as the teams get pumped up and ready to roll. We thank you for joining us tonight on 91.1 WRMU for updates and more content coming out later in the week. Join us on WRMU_sports on Twitter. You can also catch up on all things Purple Raiders on Dynamo, the Dynamo, as we are about set for starting lineups and the national anthem. As again, the Raiders' final home game of the regular season tonight. Saturday, Purple Raiders will travel to Capital. And next week, folks, if you can believe it, OAC play will start Tuesday night with Mount Union most likely being the 1 seed. All they have to do is win either tonight or Saturday, and they will seal all, you heard it, all of the OAC regular season title. There will be no shares if the Raiders can finish out the way they've played. We are ready and set to go here on 91.1 WRMU, the voice of your Purple Raiders. Billy Beebe with you for what should be a big game. Couple changes tonight. Devontae Friga, the senior from Cuyahoga Falls, the sixth man that has played so well this year, will be starting in place of Braden Poole as the Raiders just look to kind of match Baldwin Wallace's guard play. And we'll keep you tuned in and listening to the national anthem here in a second as we are 20 seconds away. Special thanks to Owen Zimmerman back working the board, keeping us on and rolling. If you missed it Saturday, the Raiders did seal at least a share of the OAC title for the second year in a row. But again, the hope is to win tonight and seal up the complete OAC regular season title with no shares to any other team but the team in purple. After that playing in the national anthem, we are back here on 91.1 WRMU. Billy Beebe, the voice of the Purple Raiders, with you here tonight. We thank you for tuning in. Make sure to follow us, WRMU_sports on Twitter. Check out the UMU Dynamo and download the WRMU app. We'll remind that for you all night. Starting for the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets, we'll fill you in. Michael Quiring, the senior guard from Brunswick. Anthony Mazzeo, the freshman from Maslin Jackson. Zach Sabula, also from Brunswick. The senior guard, Luke Schaefer, the junior from Medina, another guard, and the big Drew Sova from Chagrin Falls, Kenston. So as you can see, 3 guards starting for Baldwin Wallace. And here come the Raiders tonight. Nathan Bauer-Malone. Actually, let's confirm here. We were told Devontae would start tonight. We have to see if it shapes up that way. So Colin Gurley, the sophomore guard from Akron-Hoban. Nathan Bauer-Malone, the senior point guard from Stowe. Tanner Slack of John Glenn High School, the senior forward. Looks like Braden Poole actually will start tonight for the Raiders, and John Carroll, the senior from Tuslow. So we are set for basketball action here on 91.1 WRMU. All right, we are set for tip. Folks, give you a little insight into the Yellow Jackets. After taking down the Raiders and going to the national tournament last year, took them down in the OAC championships, went on to win, I believe, 1 game in the tournament. Baldwin Wallace lost a couple of seniors, guys who really benefited. They're 13-10 this year. Coach Tom Heel just coming off a 2-game losing streak. They beat Capital on Saturday. Leading scorers, Luke Schaefer of Medina, averaging about 12 a game, along with Michael Quiring, who overall runs the offense. We are up and underway here at the McPherson Academic and Athletic Complex. Billy Beebe with you here on 91.1 WRMU. Quiring, gonna give it off and move it to Alex Nara. Nara off and missed it. Poole's got it, and the Raiders are on the move. Bauer-Malone coming to the left. Quiring, a very good defensive guard. As Bauer-Malone finds John Carroll down low, he pumps, waits, up and in. John Carroll never really jumps. He just waits until he's ready to kind of throw it up and in, and the big man has the first bucket of the night for the Purple Raiders. Quiring, the captain of this offense, moves the ball all around. Pull-up shot, up and off, but Drew Sova's got it. It was Mazzeo that missed. They'll kick it to Schaefer. Schaefer, good ball handler for a forward. Dribbles quickly and goes the hole hard. Nara took too many steps, and the ball will go back to the Purple Raiders. 19:02, we're about a minute in, and Mount Union has the lead. Tonight, they will look to get a lead, get it up there, and keep it, as the last couple of games they have blown leads, not for losses, fortunately, but they have blown leads from 15 to 20 to 30 that have gone down from 9 to 2 to 5. Gurley gonna try a one-hander, no good, and Silva picked it back up. Now Quiring coming down the floor. We'll give it to Schaefer. Schaefer tried to push inside but couldn't. Silva up top, give it to Mazzeo. Knocked away by Slack but couldn't get it. Mazzeo gonna try and make a move. Now a drive spin on Carroll, up and in. Anthony Mazzeo. Beautiful play there. As not many people can get a shot over John Carroll, but with the spin move and a bounce outside, he did well. Carroll trying to move the ball around. Give to Tanner Slack. Slack looking to get back on track offensively. Had 1 bucket for 2 games in a row, including the Marietta game, as Braden Poole slides inside and lays it in. Good play. Schaefer, he's got the mismatch on Bauer-Malone, so Slack's on Quiring. They're going to want to switch. Now Gurley will take him. Kick, Schaefer on the left side, nailed it. Luke Schaefer for 3. All of a sudden a 5-4 Jacket lead. And it is hard not to remember this crowd being packed for the OAC championship as Braden Poole slices inside and lays it in. Up the floor, acquiring. Looking to up. Tough one. Nailed it. Luke Schaefer, nice jumper. And he was the guy from Medina his senior year that guided them to a Sweet 16 appearance in regionals. My alma mater. Slack holds, waits, and gives it back over to Poole. Back to Tanner Slack on the right. He tries to dump it inside, and they'll say it is off Mazzeo's foot, so it'll stay with the Raiders. A 7-6 Baldwin Wallace lead to start this one. We thank you for joining us on 91.1 WRMU and the Mount Union live stream. Up top, Gurley gonna take a tough one. Nailed it. Might be a 2. It is. So Colin Gurley gets his first bucket of the night. Michael Quiring over to Mazzeo. Baldwin Wallace has pushed tough jumpers tonight. As Sova tries to go down low. Oh, he beat John Carroll with the footwork and tossed it up and in. Sova at 6'8", the senior. Brown Malone trying to push inside. He'll step back just a little on Quiring. Missed it, but tipped by John Carroll. Oh, almost saved by Gurley, but Luke Schaefer will get it. Back up the floor comes Schaefer. Now he's the point guard after they struggled a little bit with Quiring moving it. Mazzeo, a tough 3, in and out, and Tanner Slack will grab it and play point guard. Slack. John Carroll dropping quickly down low, but Slack will drive himself. Now give it to Carroll. Back out to Slack. Faked his pull up, and it'll be Poole. Inside, tossed it up and off, but a foul. Oh no, a travel on Poole. Mazzeo was on him. And so Nara will get a break as Tyler Colombo will check in. Another senior. Tuscarawas Central Catholic. Again, adding some size now for Baldwin Wallace. Colombo at 6'6". Schaefer cutting back and forth. He'll pull up, miss it, and Colin Gurley yanked down the rebound. Gurley coming up the floor. Not necessarily pass first, but we don't mind with the type of scoring he has. A lot of steps, and I think they'll call a foul down low, actually. And so Devontae Friga and Logan Hill will check in for Tanner Slack and John Carroll. John Carroll checking out perfectly at a 15:02 mark. Always plays that opening 5. Baldwin Wallace also going to do a substitution, bringing in Jack Latowski. Acquiring, bringing up top, Friga's on him. That's a good defensive matchup for the Raiders. He'll kick it. Mazzeo open on the left, missed it, and Nathan Brown Malone catches a quick rebound, tries to get out on the break, but had to stop as he lost it. So Nathan still has it on the right, trying to go to work versus Mazzeo. Step back at the free throw line and hits. The senior, Nathan Bauer Malone with the jumper, and good step back that we always see from him. Michael Quiring hasn't been on the offensive today. He'll kick it. Mazzeo again, missed again. Got tipped though, and Latowski will kick it back. Quiring, long 3 hits. Timeout, Coach Fuel Line, as the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets hold a 12-10 lead over Mount Union. And again, we talked about it pregame, but we'll take this time to remind you, Tuesday, the OAC tournament begins on 91.1 WRMU and the Mount Union live stream. The Raiders, as of right now, with a win tonight or Saturday, have the right to host every OAC game they can win and move on to. So that is certainly a big deal. Up the floor comes Nathan Bauer-Malone. A lot of Maslin Jackson fans here tonight. As Logan steps back, puts it up short. There'll be a foul on Colombo. As Logan Hill will head to the line. He's adjusted well in his transfer year here to Mount Union from Toledo. As he eats up the bulk of the center minutes, not necessarily starting, but himself, John Carroll, and Mario Kaywood all filling out lineups nicely. As Hill hits the first one to make it a 12-11 game. On the second one, up and off. Friga tried to get it, but Schaefer pulled it down. So a 12-11 Baldwin Wallace lead. 13:55 left to go here in the first half. Quiring over to his right. Gives it over to Sabula, who dumps it inside. Colombo going to go to work. He's got a mismatch and puts it up and in. Gurley somehow got switched on Colombo. So you got about 6'6" on 6 foot. And that'll extend the Baldwin Wallace lead to 3. Gurley coming off a pick, moves it over to Bauer-Malone at the top. Folks, so much about basketball is not just trying to move and look for your guys. It's reading on defense. Where are the Yellow Jackets centered and how are they moving? Friga taking pressure. Sabula knocked it away. Latowski knocked it away. And they'll foul Gurley as he picked it up. So with 13:09 left to go here in the first half, Latowski's down. Not sure what happened when he dove after Gurley. Checking in, Shane Zalba from Menor. As Michael Quiring will get his first break of the night. .13:09 left to go. Bauer-Malone moves it over to Braden Poole. Gurley. Poole driving inside, lays it up, off, and Logan Hill tried to grab it but couldn't. Nice attempt by Poole, who again cut inside, used good footwork and length to put one up. Schaefer caught on the right, missed it. But a grab and put back up by Nara. Unsuccessful, but he'll go to the line. Alex Nara, the senior forward from Mayfield. First shot up and off for Nara. 12:49 left to go here in the first half. 14-11, the Jackets lead. Thank you for joining us here on 91.1 WRMU. Nathan Bauer-Malone a break. Actually, he'll give Braden Poole a break. So a 3-guard lineup for the Raiders trying to match the Yellow Jackets. Gurley trying to move it around. He'll give it to Bauer-Malone. Nathan steps in front trying to make a move. Driving, step back, tough one. Off, but he got fouled. Really close as Zalba fouled him. And Nathan Bauer-Malone will go to the line for his first attempt on the night. Bauer-Malone averaging 17.3, a career high in both points and assists. 17.3 points a game and 5.7 assists per game. First shot up and in for Nathan. Leading the OAC in assists. Second shot by Bauer-Malone, good. So Zalba will be the one to bring it up for the Yellow Jackets. He'll drive inside, a little bit of room, up and in. As Painter and Gurley couldn't really decide who was supposed to get it on that one. Now Chris Painter will bring up the floor for the Raiders. I like the idea that Coach Phelan can switch who's bringing it up. That can really change things up on offense, make it hard for teams to get into a defensive set As Gurley pump fakes, goes inside, tough layup and in. Colin Gurley shook him with the footwork, drove hard with a big step and laid it in. Jackets still with the lead though, 17-15. Raiders really want to break this thing open. They haven't lost at home since they played Baldwin Wallace last year. Up and in on a drop to Nara. Every time the Raiders have scored, they have been answered right away. 19-15. Malone driving inside. Nathan will toss it up and hit the side and went off. So Nara will give it to Zalba and the Yellow Jackets will bring it back up. Dump inside Colombo. He's going to work on Gurley. Not sure I caught that mismatch again. Puts it up and in. Tyler Colombo scores for the second time today because of a mismatch with Colin Gurley. 21-15 Baldwin Wallace. Billy Beebe here with you on 91.1 WRMU. Gurley's got it, coming off 2 picks, trying to move. Colin switches back, stops, gives it to Bower Malone. Nathan pumps, give, Friga. Devontae hasn't taken a shot yet. A tough 3, up and off. Good defense by Nara. And Baldwin Wallace actually excelling with their second team out on the floor. The bench unit playing very well to expand it. Chris Painter trying to play tough defense. Shot up and off by Matthew Demetrius. As Gurley coming back down. Oh, he shook his man, step back. Oh, just missed. Collins had a couple of plays like that this season where he just missed him because of his fade. Raiders still down 21-16 as the Baldwin Wallace bench unit really stifled the offense. Tanner Slack going to be looking to check in and help. Moving to left, Zalba. Throws it up and away from Colombo. And Colombo tried to sell that he was getting thrown around, but again, he had a mismatch. Gurley was on him, so you can't sell that too much. .9:47 left to go here in the first half. The Raiders trailing 21-15. Up the floor comes Devontae Friga. Friga up top, moving it over to Gurley. Drive by Gurley inside, tough layup, got it. Colin Gurley doesn't feel the pressure of that one. Just stayed with his head down and bulldozed his way to a tough layup. 21-17. Ball moving all around for Baldwin Wallace. They'll give it inside to Nara. Nara on Friga. Friga knocked it away, trying to play tough D. Blocked by Logan Hill. Now Sova going to go up. Hill knocked it away again. The Raiders need the rebound. They got it. On the press, Friga kicks it over to Painter. He's open. Catch and shoot. Oh, it rolled out, but Logan Hill has it. Up, off, tipped it. Friga to Slack. Gurley, couple steps beyond the line, missed it. Friga going to tip it. Try and save it. Devontae dives to the side. Saved it, but Baldwin Wallace has it. 21-17. Zalba, drive inside, toss, no good, but Sova gets it up and in. Right now, Baldwin Wallace doing very well with the offensive rebounding. That's bought him a couple extra buckets. And so a 23-17 lead for BW. Give over to Painter. Painter, tough pull-up, nailed it. Chris Painter Jr. out of St. Vincent, St. Mary. Hits it, so 23-19. We're staying kind of locked in this 6-4 trade back and forth as Nathan Bower Malone readies to come back in. Demetrius moved to Sova. Sova on left to Zalba. Zalba driving inside. Gurley knocks it away and gets it back after Logan Hill got involved. So Colin Gurley playing defense now. Give Painter to Slack in the corner, and the Raiders will get it back up top with Gurley. Colin Gurley trying to make a move on Zalba. He actually lost it, got it back. Didn't affect him though. Tough jumper, no good as he was kind of getting thrown down. And Colin Gurley missed that tough one. Raiders really needing some offense. And Devontae's already out there, so I'm not sure where that spark is going to come from. Demetrius driving inside on Hill. Lost it out of bounds and back to the Raiders. And it appears with 6:57 left here in the first half, the Raiders still locked in at this 4-point deficit. 23-19 the Jackets lead. Now some more starters getting back in for Baldwin Wallace. Quiring, Mazzeo, and Schaefer check in. Latowski also going to go back in with Drew Silva. It'll be Slack, Bauer Malone, Friga, Hill, and Painter for the Raiders. Bauer Malone driving. He's going to stop, wait, and look. Give back over to Painter. Painter gives it off to the left. Bauer Malone dump inside, Hill up and in. Logan Hill, nice land. And that's what you need movement-wise. And Bauer Malone could be the spark checking back in that the Raiders really need. Knocked away by Devontae. He's pressuring Schaefer. 6:22 left in the half. Both teams haven't been where they need to be offensively. Now Bauer Malone's going to bother Schaefer. Gives it off Latowski. A lot of noise coming in the MAC now. Schaefer almost pulled up a tough three. Now he's going to drive and back down Bauer Malone. Luke Schaefer pulls back, no good. Ball's loose, and Slack has it. Give over to Chris Painter. He's on the right, going to work on the dribble. Takes a lead from Hill. Painter, give, Friga. Up top. Over to Bauer Malone. They'll work it all around. Nathan and Tanner Slack communicating as to what they want to do. Nathan up and in on a jumper from the foul line. Nathan Bauer Malone hits. 23-23. We are locked in. And you are locked in here on 91.1 WRMU and the Mount Union live stream. Quiring, moving to his left. Give to Latowski. Mazzeo on the dribble, drives. Almost got swatted, but Silva rebounds. Give Latowski inside, tosses up, no good. They're looking for a foul, not gonna get it. Silva, give. Schaefer's open on the left corner, nailed it. Luke Schaefer having a pretty good day so far. He's got 8. Raiders leading scores. Nathan Bauer Malone with 6. Actually, Colin Gurley maybe at 6 also, so big, big 3 there. As the Raiders needed that one. And we're tied again at 26. Quiring. Moving off to his right. Michael Quiring. Waits, and gives to Silva. Drive inside, slacks on him. He'll give it to Mazzeo in the corner. Bauer Malone on him. Latowski, pull up, nailed it. Jack Latowski hit a tough shot there. Give Bauer Malone on the left, he'll give it to Friga. Friga got a little bit of room, give it back to Nathan. Dump inside Hill, going to work. Whoa! He fouled Quiring hard with the elbow. And with 4:02, Quiring's getting looked at. He'll be taken to the side, so it'll be Schaefer, Mazzeo, Colombo looks to be coming in. As John Carroll will also go back in for the Raiders. Coach gonna get Logan Hill out of the game, kind of de-escalate, just in case some Yellow Jacket players and take too kindly to it and just want to give everybody a breather from the situation. No technical though, so Logan's all good. Things just getting aggressive down low. Friga, Painter, Baldwin Malone, John Carroll, and Tanner Slack for the Raiders. Quiring, Latowski, Colombo, Mazzeo, and Luke Schaefer for the Yellow Jackets. Final 4 minutes of the half. Quiring, rolls, tried to dump it to Colombo, but holds it. Now we'll give it to Schaefer. Driving on Friga, good defense by Devontae. Forces a tough fadeaway, but Schaefer delivered. Nice jumper and fade from Luke Schaefer out of Medina. They'll give it off Friga now for the Raiders. Down 4, 30-26. Painter over to Bauer Malone. Nathan dribbling back and forth. He'll dump it inside John Carroll. Big John backing down Colombo. Now to Friga. They're going to run out of time soon. Devontae, tough pull up. Nailed it. Thank you, Devontae. They needed the offense after that break, and Devontae hits a tough three. To 4 comes Baldwin Wallace. They'll move it around, trying to find probably Schaefer again, who's hot right now. Up and in by Colombo. Now the Raiders have it. Slack over to Carroll. Big John, gotta wait and gives it off to Balmone. Now a dump it to John Carroll. He's gotta make a move inside, laid it up, off, and they'll say a foul down low. And it'll be on Latowski. We thank you for joining us here on 91.1 WRMU. A 32-29 Mount Union lead. First shot by John Carroll. Up and off. So Drew Silva will come back in and give Latowski a break. John Carroll, second one, good. Oh, it's off. So on the push comes the Yellow Jackets with 2.5 left in the half. Schaefer waits, gives it back to Mazzeo. Good dribble, man, he's got handles. He backs down Bauer Malone, throws it up, and a foul on the floor, so the bucket won't count. (32-29). Baldwin Wallace leading Mount Union. Quiring, driving hard, step back and waited. He traveled though. Used 2 feet, not one on that one. Well, with 2:11 left, Mount Union just trying to get this thing tied at half and bounce back in the second. Unfortunately, the Raiders have not been a second half team this year. They've lost a couple leads, but they have felt the need to dominate at home. So if they need to, they'll do something special. Bauer Malone over to Slack. Slack, dump inside John Carroll. John Carroll backing down, got a mismatch on Quiring, lobs it up, no good. That's where you need a little bit of touch, even when you have size. 32-29. Michael Quiring moving to the right. Stop, dribble, stop, pull back, hits. Michael Quiring on the long 2 for BW, a 34-29 lead. Stolen away now by Schaefer, up and in on a layup. Baldwin Wallace really taking that momentum to half. Painter gonna move it over to Friga, now to Slack. Raiders needing a bucket. Devontae's got room, pump fakes, drives inside, and he got fouled as he tried to put the layup in. Man, he elected for the tougher shot instead of long 3. Tough decision for Devontae. And a 36-29 Baldwin Wallace lead kind of looming over this crowd inside the MAC. Friga up and off on the first. That's what's really hurt the Raiders is some missed free throws today when they had opportunities. packed crowd here at the MAC for a finish to the regular season. Should see even bigger crowds when the OEC tournament hits. Tanner Slack on defense, as Friga did hit the second, so a 6-point lead. Quiring, moving to his right, give, Schaefer. Quiring, no. Air ball on that one as Sova throws it back in. And John Carroll tips it over to Painter. 30 seconds left. Chris Painter coming down the floor hard, driving hard. Now he gives it to Slack. Brown Malone, step back, working on Colombo. Driving, faking him out. Throws it way away to Painter, but he caught it before it went out of bounds. 23 seconds and 13 on the shot clock. They'll reset, change the offense. Brown Malone going to work. Stops, dribble, tough two, hits. That's why you're a senior captain, Bowen Malone. A long two for Nathan, makes it 36-32. Final seconds, Quiring for three, missed it, and we're going to halftime. At half, 36-32, Baldwin Wallace, who have really stifled the Raiders defensively, have gone at them in every way they can. We're going to take a quick 10-minute break and get back with you on 91.1 WRMU and the Mount Union live stream. Welcome back inside 91.1 WRMU. Billy Beebe with you here as the Raiders set to begin the second half versus the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. However, Mount Union is trailing, most likely for the first time. I'm pretty sure I can confirm that. First time this year at half they're trailing, 36-32. The Yellow Jackets shot 54.2%, 13 of 24. They hit 2 3-balls. The Raiders shot 50%, 16. Actually, reverse that. Baldwin Wallace shot 16 of 32, good 30%, 50%. They were 3 of 11 from 3-ball range. Only went to the line once and hit 1 free throw. Mount Union 13 of 24. They've taken way less shots. A couple turnovers have really hurt them. They have 4 on the day to Baldwin Wallace's actually 5, so they haven't made the most of their opportunities. The Raiders just need to kind of clean that up. Mount Union hurt at the free throw line, 4 of 8 as they shot 50% and 33.3% from 3, only 2 threes made. The leading scorers, Bauer, Malone, and Gurley. Nathan has 8 and Colin has 6 for the Raiders, as next best is Braden Poole with 4. So Mount Union really eyeing getting going on offense. Actually, Chris Painter has 5 too. For Baldwin Wallace, a lot of their offense is Luke Schaefer. He's got 12. He has catch and shoot shots, dribbles, hard takes, and more. So it'll be Schaefer that the Yellow Jackets really want to run their offense through. Defensively, Mount Union gave up too much on the inside. The footwork of the Yellow Jackets, multiple players really, would cut and move and got past John Carroll, Devontae, and more. And then, of course, like I said, Luke Schaefer just really couldn't miss. There were so many shots that Baldwin Wallace found a way to somehow catch and efficiently shoot, and that is how the Yellow Jackets hold a 4-point lead. Mount Union, though, really never got in a groove on offense, hoping in the second half that's not the case. So we are about set for the second half here on 91.1 WRMU. Billy Beebe, the voice of the Purple Raiders, here with you. So 30 seconds left as Baldwin Wallace ready to go. They'll go acquiring Mazzeo, Nara, Schaefer, and Drew Sova. John Carroll, Nathan Bauer-Malone, Tanner Slack, and Braden Poole for Mount Union. Make sure you catch up on all things Mount Union on the UMU Dynamo. Right now, a story on a new resource building being opened up on campus. As we are set and ready to roll here for the second half. Nathan Bauer-Malone will take it. Cuts between 2 defenders, waits. He'll give it to Poole. Almost stepped into a 3, but he's going to drive instead. Footwork, goes up, lost it. Ball moving around. Braden kick to Nathan, gives. Slack open for 3, hits. Tanner Slack wide open and waiting for it. 36-35, the Raiders cut Baldwin Wallace down to a 1-point lead. Michael Quiring. He'll move it over to Naro, who's going to drive inside, try and find his man in Sova. Up top, blocked by Poole. Ball's loose, and John Carroll has it. And as Sova got thrown to the ground, the ball will stay with Baldwin Wallace. Quiring, running the offense, had 5 and 1 assist. The Raiders, Bauer-Malone doing it all again. He leads with 8 points, and next to that, he has 3 assists. And shot up and off, so the Raiders take it back. 36-35. Braden Poole leans into 1 and hits. Poole hits a 3-ball that they needed. 38-36 now. Mount Union back in the lead for the first time in a while. Quiring. Moving over to his left. Gives it over to Nara. They'll move the offense again through Quiring. He's trying to step back on Bauer-Malone. Good defense by Nathan. Staying with Quiring. Pull up. Up and in. It bounced around and laid in there. We are tied at 38 here in the MAC. Surveying the floor, Bauer Malone always moving to his left so he can drive hard to the right. Really hit Quiring hard there as Poole drives, stops, nice stutter step, but missed the jumper. His arms are too long when he's that close. And Braden missed that one, so we're still tied at 38. Mazzeo backing down Gurley, fades, hits, nice bank shot by Mazzeo. .40-38, the Jackets leading. Gibb, Bauer Malone, nailed it. For three, Nathan. It's a tough three ball on a catch and shoot, and Mount Union the latest in the trade of blows to take the lead 41-40. Mazzeo moving, trying to get on Gurley, over to Nader. Nara, give to Mazzeo. Stops, back to Luke Schaefer, gives it inside to Nara. He's backing down Poole, driving hard, up and in, no bucket, but a travel. Nara can't believe it. He thought, if anything, I got a foul. And ball back to Mount Union with a 41-40 lead. Bauer Malone over to Gurley. Gurley give to Poole. Poole. Inside, Bauer Malone, nice jumper. Didn't actually call it a jumper, he just leaped with one hand and laid it in. So Mount Union expanding that lead to 3. Quiring gets it back, he wants to run the offense through himself. Coach Phelan has the Raiders doing very well when they get switched off. Colin Gurley got switched on centers multiple times. And now in the second half, they're gonna have to learn to deal with that and kind of try and switch back onto their man. Mazzeo, three ball, nailed it. Catch and shoot, good defense by Gurley, but we are tied at 43 as Coach Phelan wants to talk it over some more. Still 16:27 left here in the second half. This game stays aggressive. Ball will be with the Raiders. Make sure you tune in or follow WRMU_sports. We're retweeting highlights posted by @PurpleRaiders, which really good with game coverage and retweeting highlights. And ball inside, a foul. John Carroll got fouled, puts it up and in. Big three-point play for the big man. Going into half, Mount Union hit a bucket to make it 4. Carroll at the line, he missed his free throws earlier. Shooting 70%, so a surprise as he missed that one. 16 minutes left, Raiders by 2. Nathan Bauer Malone guarding Quiring. Michael Quiring moving to his right, he'll stop. Give it over to Sova, now to Schaefer, he cuts inside, nice move. Gives it to Mazzeo in the corner, nailed it. And Schaefer, once you make a move like that, you got all the options, either score or pass it. He'll pass and give his team the lead, 46-45. Bauer Malone trying to answer back. And a foul on, I believe, Quiring. Down low. Give John Carroll and move over to Poole. Mount Union trying to find their way into more tough buckets down low. They struggled in the first half with hitting it. Bauer Malone tossed it up and he got fouled. He'll go to the line. So Nathan with 13 points on the day. Coach Fueline talking over with Colin Gurley, especially Colin's really catching sets on defense that he's responsible for, both switches and tough guard play from Schaefer and Quiring. As Bauer Malone hits the first. Nathan, the only senior in this group that really is full of scorers and big, guys that have gotten a lot of time in 4 years. Only one with 1,000 points. As next closest is Devontae, I believe he needed close to 85 before the game. So Devontae could eye that, try and get it as we head into more play this year. Quiring, give. Nara back inside, Quiring up and in, and a foul. Brown Malone fouled him as he was coming down. So Michael Quiring will go to the line. Quiring and his teammate Luke Schaefer actually rivals in high school in Medina, Brunswick. And he airballed a free throw. And that'll get this team going now. And so 48-47, Jackets hold the lead. Nathan Bauer Malone moving to his left. Give Logan Hill. Stops, steps back, hits. Colin Gurley with a big-time three to get the offense back on track. Raiders by 2, 50-48. Mount Union at about 89 points a game. Not sure if they'll get there tonight. Quiring driving inside, working on Poole. Now we'll kick it back out. Schaefer's been uninvolved as Tanner Slack has worked hard to make sure he can't get much. Mazzeo driving on Gurley. Oh, tough one. And they're going to say he got fouled. Looked like he really dove forward more than got pushed. And so Anthony Mazzeo, the freshman from Jackson. Up and off. Men's lacrosse up 1 against Chatham. Second one good for Mazzeo. So a 50-49 lead as the first subs coming in for the Raiders and Yellow Jackets. Zalba, Sabula, and Colombo going to come in for the Yellow Jackets. For the Raiders, it'll be Friga and Logan Hill checking in. They'll leave Bauer Malone, Gurley, and Slack out there. Nathan driving hard. He's got a little bit of room. Up and in. Tough take. And Nathan Bauer Malone gets back up and on defense. Raiders by 3. 52-49. Zalba. Nara inside Mazzeo. Dumps it to Colombo. Got knocked loose. Now Bauer Malone somehow going to come up with it. And Nathan will be the point on this one. No breaks for the senior. He drives, stops, shoots, and no bucket, but he was fouled in the bonus. So Nathan Bauer Malone will go to the line. 52-49, Mount Union leading. Actually, it'll be an inbound down low for Nathan. Got tipped away by Colombo. He'll try and save it. Actually lobbed it to Nathan. Now to Logan Hill. Up, off, and somehow Baldwin Wallace comes away with that one. Logan Hill struggling today to put it in there, as he's had a couple attempts with just too much aggression on him. Lob inside, Colombo. He's got 2 men on him. Blocked, but now Nara's got it. He missed. Out of bounds and back to the Raiders. And it is starting to become a battle of the undersized players down low, as nobody really in a center position for Baldwin Wallace, as Latosky will check in. .26 left in this one, 52-49. Friga driving hard, he'll go at Colombo, lobs it up, off, tipped by Logan and in. Logan Hill came flying in to tip that one and get a bucket he's been looking at for a while. Zalba, they're trying to run the BW offense. Over to Sabula. They haven't been able to touch the three ball much as they give to Colombo. Now to Sabula. He lost Gurley, driving, kick, Zalba. He's moving, up and in. And Shane Zalba, the sophomore from Menor, got to cut down low and put that one in. 54-51 Raiders. Friga stops. Oh, he almost lost himself. And he'll give it back over to Barrow Malone. Tanner trying to give it into Hill. He's working on Colombo. A lot of contact as he lost it, but Baldwin Wallace comes away with it. Hill back down Colombo so hard he fell and lost the ball. Something to note later if Hill wants to get aggressive again. Colombo inside. He'll give it off to Zalbo, cuts in and puts it back out. Tipped by Gurley, tipped again by Gurley, but out of bounds. (54-51) Mount Union. Thank you for joining us here on 91.1 WRMU. Make sure you tune in this Saturday for women's action here as Mount Union will take on, I believe it's Capital also. As it'll be a give over to Sabula. Gurley working on him, forcing a terrible shot. Low and off. Poole gets the rebound. Chris Painter's also just checked in for Tanner Slack. Friga moving to his right. He'll stop. Devontae doesn't have as many points as usual tonight, only has 4. Then again, this whole offense is struggling to find points. Braden Poole has a nice 7 on the day. Gurley over to Friga. Stops, drives hard. Got it taken away, and a jump ball. Believe it'll stay with Mount Union. It will. And Friga back and forthing with Latowski, who came down with it as Friga was going up. Raiders have to take what they can here. Painter. Up top to Poole. Braden Poole stops. Tough 3. Missed it. Ball's loose. They were out of time on the shot clock. Back to Baldwin Wallace. About almost halfway through this second half. 54-51. Raiders have the lead. We're at a standstill now. Both offenses struggling, and the defense really getting aggressive for both teams. Painter on Quiring. Michael Quiring driving. Tough layup off, but he'll go to the line. (54-51), Mount Union leading. Up and in. As Painter will go to the line. Second one. Ball's loose, and he missed it. And immediately, one of those calls the ref has to make before things get debated. He'll keep it with Mount Union going down the floor. So 54-52, the Raiders really eyeing the chance at some offense as, again, we talked about it, both teams are kind of at a standstill just now before the free throws. Chris Painter will bring it up. He'll give to Colin. Early in the year, maybe last year, Colin would have caught and shot that immediately. Getting a little smarter with his decision making and the flow of the offense. Gurley up and in. Nice push for the layup. So he challenged the guard on him. Gets it to go. 56-52. Quiring. Over to Sova. Sova. Tough shot for Mazzeo. Up, off, grabbed by Friga, and he'll bring it back down the floor on a press. Devontae driving hard, gives it to Colin. He spun out, lost his man. Devontae, tough 3 in the corner, missed it. And Sova comes down with the rebound. Something tells me this one could come down to the wire. Keep waiting for one team to pull away, and neither does. Quiring lost his man, but Raiders catching up well in the second half on defense. That might be the difference. Nara going hard at the hole, lost it. They'll actually call a foul on Poole. Inbound up top, Nara. Stolen away. Friga's got it. He's going to drive hard on Sova. Up and in. Shot good from Michael Quiring. Back up the floor, Chris Painter. It's one of those situations where you need Painter and Slack switching out. Two guys really good at defense. And a hazard foul there. And to begin the first half of the second half, Raiders have gotten up to 54% shooting, but more shots made overall by Baldwin Wallace. Logan Hill going to work, up, off, but Friga tipped it. No, Baldwin Wallace will come away with it. 9 minutes left in this one. Mount Union by 4. A drive inside, kicked away. No, stolen by Friga. It's a one-on-one versus Quiring. He'll fake the behind-the-back pass and put it in. Devontae with the moves. Took two hands, faked the pass, drove hard and laid it in. 8:30 left to go in this one. Raiders by 6. Cutting and switching results in a foul again. Quiring starting to get a little stressed out. Some of these fouls, yeah, they're tick-tacky, but they slow the offense down, give the defense a chance to adjust. So it is reward within the risk. Down low, Nara turns, good move on Poole, up and in, and a three-point play for Nara. Alex Nara, the 6'6" senior from Mayfield. Coach Fuline can't believe it, especially with all the guard play down low. You'd think there'd be a little less foul calling with the big men going at it. The floor, Friga. Foul. Mount Union by 3 now after Nara made his shot. Nathan Barrow Malone. It's interesting to see the Raiders struggle with teams you wouldn't expect. Baldwin Wallace being one of them, Heidelberg being one of them the other day. As the Raiders lose it, Sova coming down the floor, knocked away by Friga, but Gurley was standing out of bounds when he caught it. And a 60-57 lead being threatened right now by Baldwin Wallace. Inbounds. Sova backing downhill. Hill. Up and in. Logan Hill puts it down. Logan Hill, nice play there as he jammed it home. Ball moving all around for Baldwin Wallace. Sorry about that, folks. Technical difficulties there. And a timeout by the Yellow Jackets. Raiders, after the free throw goes, a 62-59 lead. As 7.5 left in this one, that's a lot of basketball in a close game. Back here on 91.1 WRMU. Billy Beebe here with you as Friga gonna step back, up and off. Rebound by the Yellow Jackets. Back down the floor, acquiring, pressing, up and off. Raiders coming back down with it and a 3-point lead. It got knocked away. Malone will shoot now. Shot up and off. Tipped though by Logan Hill. Ball's back there. And Gurley's going to get it. So the possession will stay with the Raiders. Mount Union wants a foul call, but thinking about a double dribble, I guess. So Gurley waiting for the call. Looks like Raiders will keep it. Friga inbound to Bauer Malone. Nathan trying to make a play with the Raiders. Still only up 3 with about 6 minutes left. They've got 5 seconds to shoot. Nathan drive. Gonna have to put it high. It'll tip, go wide. Logan Hill has it up. Friga tipped it off. Nadavante has it. He's gonna go hard at the hole and hit a foul. Friga hits the and one on the rebound. That's what you get for staying aggressive on the boards. Devontae with a chance to put the Raiders up 6. Shot up and good. 65-59 Mount Union. Gonna find a way to pull this one out. Quiring bringing it up top. Nara driving, footwork up, bouncing around and in by Alex Nara. 65-61. Friga driving hard, up, off. Logan Hill's got it and back in. So Logan Hill staying on the boards now, and he repays Davante's favor. Raiders boost it back up to 6. It's back and forth towards the end. Colombo inside, fakes out Barrow Malone, but he knocked it away. Now Painter gets it, and the Raiders have it. Nathan Barrow Malone coming up the floor, trying to avoid defenders. Nathan driving hard, up, off, and Colombo has it. Over to Mazzeo. Give, corner, Schaefer, not much in the second half, finally gets a bucket. As Luke Schaefer hits a 3, this one's back down to a 3-point game. 67-64, Luke Schaefer has 15 tonight. That's his first bucket in the second half. Mazzeo has 11, Quiring has 12 for the Yellow Jackets. And we have 5:25 left in this one, as Mount Union just looking for a way to pull away. They've gotten it up to 6, but it hasn't been enough to finish. Alrighty, Devontae Friga bringing up in the middle. Friga moving over to his right. He stops, crosses, and he'll wait on the right side. Trying to make a move on Sova. Goes hard to the hole, missed it. Alex Nora with the rebound. Quiring, gonna bring it up. This one has flashes of the OAC championship last year. Quiring gives it over to Mazzeo. Back and forth, Mazzeo over to Schaefer. And he will stop, lose it and recover. Now to Quiring. Running out of time, Quiring, big shot. Missed it for 3, but Mazzeo yanked it down. Now he loses it, and the ball will go out of bounds. And so Baldwin Wallace missing an opportunity to try and get back in this one. Bring up the floor, Nathan Barrow Malone. We have 4.5 left in this one. Nathan back and forth, getting pressure on the double team from Sova. Devontae now, he's taken a couple tough ones to the hole and gotten back in scoring range with 11. Friga. Actually, Gurley will go up on Schaefer, a jump ball, and that'll give it back to the Yellow Jackets. Gurley tried to go up. Good D by Luke Schaefer, he snagged it, stayed on him, and that's what forces a jump ball like that. Now Michael Quiring up the floor. He'll move off to his left. Schaefer gonna step into one, up and off, and Sova's gonna bring it down. He'll give it to Nara. This one's gonna get close to the end. Nara up, blocked by Poole, and out of bounds. Braden Poole with the long arms and a good read like a linebacker. And Mount Union leads 67-64 with just under 4 minutes to go. Oh, and that one's off. Baldwin Wallace. Devontae stays tough on D, knocked it away, went off his defender, or the inbounder, and Mount Union's gonna get it back. Now the gym's getting into it. Logan Hill over to Frege. We'll give it to Poole and to Gurley, who lost it out of bounds. And did a little freestyle moving the ball. Not many subs here in the final minutes for Baldwin Wallace. 3.5 left. 67-64, Quiring. Back and forth, over to Nara. Up top, he'll drive on Poole. Stop, twisting around, up, off, grabbed by Frege. Devontae's really getting aggressive towards the end, and they need it. He's got 11, along with Gurley's 11, and Bauer Malone has 17. Nathan inside to Braden Poole. Got a little bit of room and shot the jumper, but missed it. We'll see if Coach Fuline wants to stick with this lineup or make an adjustment. Mazzeo caught it wide open and hit. And we are tied at 67, folks. Timeout by Coach Fuline. Well, again, that's his number one source of taking timeouts, is when he gets upset about the defense. Tied at 67. As we are seeing another close game here in the MAC. Thankfully, the Raiders haven't necessarily given away a large lead. They have just done the right thing in staying aggressive and trying to get back on top. (67-67) here on 91.1 WRMU. Billy Beebe, voice of the Purple Raiders, here with you. Thank you for Owen Zimmerman back in the studio, keeping us on. Make sure you follow us, WRMU_sports. As we are set for what could be a big final couple of minutes here at the MAC. Devontae Frege, after struggling to score a little bit, has tagged back in to really do some big things on both sides of the ball. Up the floor comes Bauer Malone. Coach Fuline takes a timeout after Baldwin Wallace hits a corner three to tie it. Gurley over to Bauer Malone. Nathan steps into one. Big three. Nailed it. Nathan Bauer Malone. And Nathan Bauer Malone hits. Puts him back up three. He's got 20. Quiring. Moving back and forth. He'll cut. Give it over to Nara. Baldwin Wallace has found their threes naturally. Never forced them tonight. So if they don't feel like they have one, they're not going to take it. Quiring hoists one up high and missed it. Devontae on the rebound. 2 minutes left in this one. Raiders up 3. Devontae. Oh, he beat Mazzeo and hit for 3. Devontae crossed him up and nailed it. 73-67. Quiring. He lost Bauer Malone and airballed it. Logan Hill with the rebound, and Raiders back on offense. The crowd is going nuts here at the MAC, as a 73-67 lead will hopefully drive the Raiders home. Minute 30, and Coach Fuline takes a timeout, wants to finish this thing right. And a minute 35 left to go. Make sure you follow us, WRMU_sports on Twitter. And the WRMU app, easily opened, easily used, along with the Dynamo, easily read, as you can go and tune in to that one. Michael Quiring just hit 1,000 points, I believe it was last week, for Baldwin Wallace. 1:35 left in this one. Friga to inbound. He'll give it to Bauer Malone. A 6-point lead. They'll need to finish it off here with either a 2 or a 3. Over to Poole. They got 30 seconds to kill. Inside, Logan Hill. He'll stop and lay it in. A nice finishing touch by Logan Hill. Knocked away. Poole got it away from Silva, and he got fouled. Ball should stay with the Raiders. It will, and this crowd's going to give an extra hand to this team. 75-67, Mount Union, as Braden Poole will head to the line to really put some extra sprinkles on this finished cupcake. Raiders will move to 21-3 on the year. They'll be 16-1 in the OAC. Really wanting that Heidelberg loss back, but a very successful season. Poole missed the free throw as on the 1-1. Baldwin Wallace will get it back. They're low on time, down 8. This would push Baldwin Wallace to 13-11 and 9-8 in the OAC. Your WRMU player of the game. Tough call between Friga and Bauer Malone. We'll give it to them both, a tie between the two. Try and get an interview with them postgame. As Quiring almost airballed another shot. So Baldwin Wallace really accepting defeat after that. And the Raiders, big winners here today. Nathan Bauer Malone at the line. First shot, good. Nathan will hopefully get 22 on the day here as Tanner Slack checks back in. Nathan. Second shot up and in. They'll be inbound acquiring. He'll move over to his left. Pull up, tough 3, hits. And a timeout by Baldwin Wallace. I guess they can call it, but still 7-point lead for the Raiders. As the Raiders with a brilliant kind of battle today here with Baldwin Wallace coming out on top. We thank you for joining us here tonight on 91.1 WRMU. As we will have the women's game Saturday against Capital. As the men will also travel to Capital. And again, they will host round 1 next week on Tuesday night. Not the usual Wednesday, but Tuesday here on 91.1 WRMU. Back out to finish this one. 77-70, Mount Union leading. Tanner Slack to inbound. Devontae finally gets it away to Slack. He'll give it to Gurley. It's a 2-on-1. And Colin will try and get away. He'll go to the line. As Zalba fouled him. Today, Michael Quiring and Luce Schaefer both had 15. As Gurley hits his first. 14 from Mazzeo, so they stayed competitive all day for the Raiders. Stat line, Bauer Malone had 22. Friga had 14. Friga had 6 rebounds. And Bauer Malone had 7 assists, so a big stat line for Mount Union. And a win here at the MAC. Schaefer leaning into a 3 and hits. A timeout by Coach Fueline now, as this thing's at 6 with missed free throws and everything else going on. So Mount Union really just crawling to the finish line here to finish a win. As we thank for joining us here on 91.1 WRMU, Billy Beebe here with you. A 79-73 lead for the Raiders. As 27 seconds remain, trying to find a finishing free throw amount because the Raiders miss one and then give a 3, allowing for a comeback almost. .6 left in this one. Tanner Slack will inbound. Gives it into Devontae, and he'll be fouled immediately. Raiders just need to put these free throws in and get back on defense to finish things out. Missed free throws and 3s mean this thing will continue with fouls. Friga, first one, good. Now Devontae's at 15 on the evening. Logan Hill gonna get a break and a round of applause. He had 11 off the bench. Rebound-wise, I believe he was at 8. As Devontae puts in the second one. Up the floor, Quiring. Raiders up 8. Just have to get him to miss, and that should be it. Mazzeo tucks, moves. 3 ball is off. Gurley's got it. And he'll be fouled, actually, so he'll go to the line. Individual stats tonight. 18 for Luke Schaefer, 15 for Michael Quiring, and 14 for Mazzeo. 13 rebounds for Drew Sova to add on to his 6 points. For the Raiders, Gurley's at the line now, but he has 13 and 3 rebounds. 7 rebounds and 11 points from Logan Hill. A tie for your WRMU player of the game, Devontae Friga and Nathan Barrow Malone. Shot up and in for Gurley. So an 83-73 lead should be the final possession here. Quiring dribbles it up, leans into a long 3 and misses. Ball will go out of bounds. Mazzeo saves it, no, back to the Raiders. And Coach Heel, we'll see if he wants to let him finish. Well, wow, a standing O from the crowd as the Raiders seal up complete shares of the OAC title. No one else will have a piece of the regular season title as the Raiders win 83-73 here at the MAC. Make sure you follow us at WRMU_sports on Twitter, the WRMU app, and the Dynamo. We'll have more from the game, more tweets and content to put out after. Again, Mount Union travels to Capital Saturday. We will have the women's game and a Purple Raider win here tonight as they battle a long way with Baldwin Wallace. 83-73 Raiders. Reminder, always a good night to be watching basketball, but is always a better night to be a Raider.